Because we want to acknowledge and recognise the past, the present and the future, but certainly for those of many of our people in our community and in our lives who have passed away over the past year.
Remember on where we're from, who we are. Aboriginal people are the traditional owners of this land. And as I said, it always was and always will be Aboriginal land.
You know, and it's my promise to my elders that I will make sure that our people have justice and our people have what we deserve, you know, because we as a race, we don't deserve to have any less than any other.
I think that now, in the present time, many of our people have a shame factor that affects the way they express themselves. This barricades their talents and holds them back from fulfilling themselves and their aspirations.
While we sit back and recognise our achievements, we're going to make sure that those achievements continue to happen. And a lot of the young people here tonight, keep it up. Older people that are here, keep going. We don't sit in the sidelines. We're going to still be there. We're going to be asked for advice. But it's time now for our young people to step up. You know, we travel around all of New South Wales and indeed other states and territories as well. And we see the emerging young talent, the young leadership, the young sports people, the young people now that are going to make a contribution to Aboriginal land rights and just to Aboriginal social justice, Aboriginal survival, if you want. You know, Anthony Heywood, you're one of them. I'm here at Broken Hill, and you've amazed me with your speech tonight. A lot of people here just speak oodles and oodles. In fact, the mayor of Broken Hill wants to talk to you about his re-election. I mean, here you are, a young person like yourself. How does that make you feel?
You know, that makes me feel extremely good, you know, but also, no, it's not just about that. It also makes me feel as though as a young person, at least I'm making a difference out there in the community. As I said in my speech, you know, I'd like to my promise to my elders is to make a difference, you know, to carry that struggle, you know, that they had carried for so long, the fights that they'd had, you know, with the government, you know, in order for the rights of our people, you know. So therefore, if I can take that on, you know, and I know they've made a lot of achievements, but there's still many more to be made today and into the future as well, you know. So if I can do that, that to me makes me feel better than anything, you know, better than helping the mayor run for the, you know, next election of Broken Hill, you know, better than all that, because it's about our people, it's about our community, you know. And you know what, you know, as an Aboriginal person, as a young Aboriginal person, it's a big thing, isn't it, you know, like to do that. And it's about being, I think I've been lucky because I've been brought up with, you know, really good elders who've taught me the right way about life, you know, and to respect things, you know, in life, you know, to use your manners, you know, and things like that. So I think I've been very lucky. Like I said, I feel good about it, but I also feel lucky.
As a young person, what's the challenge for young Aboriginal people today, particularly in places like Broken Hill?
It's funny, you know, because in Broken Hill, a place like Broken Hill, sometimes being young, you know, is not often want to be heard by the elder population. So therefore, sometimes you've got to really speak out, you know, and, you know, have your say. So when I walk into a room at a meeting or something, or, you know, people older than me, you know, they think, oh, what's this young fellow got to say, you know? What does he really know, you know? So therefore, I let them speak and let them have them say, you know? And then once they're finished, I let myself speak. I speak then. And then I can see their reactions in their faces, you know, change, you know? And at the end of it, they'll come up and they'll say, oh, geez, what you said was true, you know, which is right. You know, and that makes me feel really good, you know, like that I can do that. To see people, you always change people every single day. You just chip away at it, you know, and it's a changing thing for our people, yeah.
Is there one particular issue that has been passed on to you, or one particular older person that you've aspired to and been inspired by to sort of to take up the position, or did Anthony just say, you know, I want to do this, I have to do this?
The person I have in mind is my foster father, who sadly passed away when I was 9. He taught me everything I know about being respectable and about life, you know. And at a young age you think, how can a young fella learn all that, you know? But it's surprising what an elderly person, the influence an elderly person can have on a young person that has lived with me, you know. So my foster father, who was an Aboriginal man, he taught me a lot about that. You know, and then growing up in the community of Broken Hill, once he'd passed on, you know, start to realise the struggle and all that in the community, start to realise the social issues, such as racial discrimination and things like that. And you just shake your head and you think, okay, well, how can I work about this? How can I work around it, you know? So therefore, I think back to my old father, you know, and the way he dealt with his issues or problems and things like that. So therefore, you know, I can make a decision on the way I react to things and the way I look at things and the way I chip away at issues and like that, you know. And it's good because them old people taught me a lot. They taught me, you know, if you've got an issue, there's no need to rush into it and blame people and all that, you know. Take time to listen to others. Take time to sit and think about things. But then, you know, then you can only make the right decision.
I often see the erosion of respect between younger people and older people, whether it's older people disrespecting the younger people or vice versa. What do you see with that?
Oh, look, I see a lot of young people out here, you know, sometimes who do disrespect elders. And like you said, it's vice versa in some cases. But when a young person steps up, all the elders in the community just commend them. 100% they're behind them, you know, all the way, you know. And that's respect there, you know. It's not like we're trying to prove ourselves to our elders or anything, because we're just young fellows growing up. But to stand up and take a lead on some issues and things like that, you know, that's really, we're lucky out here because when we do the right thing, our elders do commend us on everything, on all the right things we do.
Yeah, you know, I've seen so many the young leadership of towns that have been seduced by the bright lights, being seduced by big salaries. That'll never be you.
No, definitely not. My country, not my country, but my people are here, you know. I love this country, the Willikali country, not my country traditionally, but I have a lot of respect for it, you know. Our culture's here, you know, we still practice that today here. No amount of money could draw me away to the big city lights, because too many times I see my people, they come back to the communities and they say, places like Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, they're big cities. They'll wash you up and they'll spit you out like nothing, you know. So therefore, why not stay in a community where you grew up and you can make a change there? It starts on that level. There's no need to be seduced by the big city lights and the big pay packet. It's just not worth it in the end, I think.
This is 30 years now since the New South Wales Aboriginal Land Rights legislation went through Parliament. What do you know about, I mean, what made you interested? Where did you first start getting involved and understanding land rights? And
it all started, you know, sometimes places like schools, you know, our school touched a little bit on it, but not enough, you know, and then hearing it from our elders, you know, and the people who fought for it in our community, you know, for all the land rights issues, you know, and things like that, all them years ago, and you start to think, hey, our people here, they're influential people, you know, they made a big contribution to New South Wales and Australia, you know, and you start to be, I'm interested in that sort of stuff, interested in history and what our elders done in the past. You know, and you start looking at them and they start to inspire you, you know, and that's what is with me, you know. They're starting to really inspire me, and all the changes they made, you know, and all the issues they face, you know. They were really strong people, and you know that's why they influenced me, because their strength, you know, and their determination of all those years ago was just thinking, if they had it back then, you know, we've got to have it today.
so what does land rights mean to Anthony Heywood?
To me, land rights means that I have access to my country, that I can go back to my country and practice cultural practices. I can go and hunt, I can go and camp, I can feel comfortable in my own country. That's what I think land rights means to me, you know.